What it is, this is Luke James, and you're checking out YourMusicMyWorld.com. Wow.
So how did you get your first start into the music industry?
How I got my first start into the music industry, the initial start was singing background for Tyrese. Yeah, singing background for Tyrese. That allowed me to meet a lot of people, such as the Underdogs, who I first signed with. Yeah.
Okay. When you were born and raised in New Orleans, how did living out there inspire your music career?
How did New Orleans inspire my music career? I mean, it inspired it tremendously. It just opened me up. New Orleans is a very open place, especially for music. I know it's known for jazz, but New Orleans is I mean, it's a mecca for great music, all different types of genres like jazz, blues, gospel, folk, zydeco, bounce, R&B, rap, hip hop, and country, you know, and it just not to sound cliche, but it's like a gumbo, and it just all mixed well together, and I guess it deepened my palette for music and for me to be more open to different styles of music, you know, alternative and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, speaking of jazz, in your mixtape Whispers in the Dark, you had some jazz influence in the sound. Is that the direction you're going to take for your debut album, Made to Love, or was that just for the mixtape?
No, that's actually that direction for the jazz on the mixtape Whispers in the Dark. That direction is it's one of the colors that will be on the official album Made to Love. The songs on Whispers in the Dark are basically well, most of them are interludes. I just decided to, you know how you get an album that has like, you know, they have all these songs and there are interludes and you just wish the interlude would just keep going. I felt the need to give the interludes first, so therefore when the official album comes, you can just, I guess, make your own album, you know, and yes, those colors, that color blues, it will be on the album.
Okay. Well, you've been working hard on your debut album, Made to Love. Explain a little more about the concept of this album.
The concept of the album, Made to Love, is basically, you know, it's just my interpretation of life and how I see it, different experiences with love, and finding out about myself and who I am as a man and who I want to be. And like I said, it'll have a lot of different colors on the album. It'll have it'll have a very dark lining to it, but there'll be a light tone to it as well, you know, that'll just, you know, hopefully inspire and moves you, you know.
Okay. Well, what producers and songwriters have you been working with for this album?
Producers and songwriters I've been working with for this album. Of course, you know, I did a song with Neo. I worked with John Legend. I collaborated with Salam Remy. Of course, Danger. He's basically Quincy Jones of my project. And I'm also signed to Danger, NARS Records, New Age Rock Stars. And Claude Kelly, Kevin Cossum. Yeah. And a couple other people, Hit Boy, yeah, you know, just, you know, the album, you know, it's not out yet, so still to be determined what will be on the album, because it's not out yet. So until it is, there's still room to create.
Okay.
You know?
Well, we know you have your new single, well, your latest single, I.O.U. out right now, which is like, I love that song. Is there a new single that you're planning on dropping anytime soon?
Well, we just dropped the remix for I.O.U., which features the homie Wale.
Yeah, I heard that.
and we're letting that work. And while I'm on tour, and we're about to release two other songs, two other singles from my mixtape, from my complimentary album, if you will, Whispers in the Dark, Oh God, and Strawberry Vapors. Oh God, which features Hit Boy. And we shot 2 videos for those, so we're going to release those very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have a release date planned for your debut album, or are you still working on finishing it up?
We had a date, but since this tour and everything, I just feel like we should take our time. There's no rush. If I'm still out in the public eye and people can see me and come to listen to me and everything, then there's no real rush for an official album. I just think I want to make sure that everyone knows that there will be an album coming out. I don't want to just put an album out. This is my work. This is my blood, sweat, and tears. This is my diary, and I want to make sure if I'm going to show it off, I want to make sure everyone knows that it's available. So we're thinking September, but I'm more so pushing for October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on this album, will it be any guest features that you want to collaborate with, or will it just be strictly Luke James?
Well, this album originally was just going to be Luke James, and majority of it will be Luke James. This is my introduction, my official introduction. But of course, like I said, I have Wale on the remix of I.O.U. and collaborated with Hit Boy on the song "Oh God," which is on the complimentary album "Whispers in the Dark." That will be on the album as well. And any other collaborations, you just got to wait and see, Yeah.
Well, what do you think sets you apart from other R&B male acts such as Frank Ocean, Miguel, Chris Brown, and Trey Songz?
What sets me apart from other acts, other R&B acts? First and foremost, my name is Luke James. There's no other Luke James. None of the other guys look like me, I don't think. And my expression is quite different. We do music, and we do R&B music, but it's my interpretation of R&B, just as is their interpretation of R&B. It's an art, and we're different painters. We paint differently. We take from different things, and we speak of different things differently. So I guess that's what makes me different. I guess also no one sings like me.
Definitely don't.
So we're different in that aspect, but I think the common goal is to inspire others and to enlighten people. I guess whatever it is we're trying to say, bring love, positivity.
Okay. Well, right now you're opening up for Beyonce. She's like one of the biggest female acts out right now.
Yeah.
What have you learned from going on this tour from her, from coming from overseas to now back to the States?
Well, what I've learned from Beyonce, going from overseas to back to the States, work hard. That woman, she's in 5 places at one time, and it's very intense. But you have to respect it because she's all about her cause and all the different causes, like the Trayvon Martin march, for justice, and also the I can't think of the foundation she's associated with for women having equal rights, and also her tour and promoting her newest album coming. And I think you just really gotta work hard to work harder, and have a great time. Surround yourself around great people. And the biggest advice I've gotten from her and her husband have been to stand my ground in what I believe and what it is that I'm doing. Don't differ, don't change, don't detour, because I think a crowd wants to hear something different or they're used to something else, and I'm trying to fit in. Break the mold, shake the world, give them exactly what it is, the very essence of who Luke James is, because they don't have that.
Okay. Well, I saw you at Essence, and I also saw you when you did the Global Fusion Festival in Philly last year. as a new artist, you have this stage presence that's like a lot of confidence. Where do you think that comes from?
My stage presence comes from years of preparation, learning and watching the greats like Marvin Gaye and Al Green and Prince and Michael Jackson, how they, Aretha Franklin to Tina Turner, to how they present themselves on stage, the no fear factor, and just having a great time. And I've also learned a lot from my manager, who's also a creative director for many great stars today. And in the past, Frank Gatson. He's also creative director for Beyonce. I've learned a lot from him, how to dismiss fear, how to never lose the nerve, to always give all I got, the Holy Ghost. Tap in.
Okay. Well, you also have a new movie coming out called Black Nativity. Nativity, I said it right?
Black Nativity.
Yeah, okay. Tell us a little more about this movie and the character that you play.
Well, Black Nativity is basically a movie. It's based off of the Broadway musical, Langston Hughes Broadway musical, Black Nativity. It's a very historic musical, and they're bringing it to the big screen. I'm so delighted and grateful for them to invite me as part of the cast. I play a kid named JoJo. I'm homeless. I'm homeless with my girlfriend, who is also played by Grace Gibson. Her character is Maria. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Maria. And she's pregnant with child. And we're just trying to find our way. Trying to make ends meet and trying to, I'm trying to be the man for her and get us off these streets and whatnot. And plays a part into the I guess the premise of the movie or whatnot. So you have to go see it. It's a beautiful movie about a family coming together and finding forgiveness and redemption. It's a beautiful movie. Myself, Forrest Whitaker, Angela Bassett, Jacob Lattimore, Jennifer Hudson, Mary J. Blige, Nas, Grace Gibson, Tyrese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw the trailer. It looks like a good movie.
Yeah.
A great cast in there.
Yeah, definitely. The score, the music, the movie is scored by Raphael Sadiq, and directed by Casey Lemons. It's a beautiful movie, awesome outing during the holidays, and I'm just grateful to be a part of such a historic movie. Period.
Well, besides the amazing cast that will be in this movie, what made you want to sign on and join the movie?
Well, it was a great opportunity, because acting is another art form that I want to get into, and I've always, with anything that I do, I want to be the best at it, the best me I want to give the best performance that I can possibly give, and the script spoke to me, and for my first debut thing, it seemed pretty almost easy until I found out what I had to do. And also the casting director, Twinkie Bird, she just allowed me to she's just so warm and inviting, so it just made sense for me to do it, and I'm grateful. And the cast is so great, and it's a beautiful movie. It's a musical. It's right up my alley, So I'm hoping that everyone will love it and enjoy it and cherish it. I hope it becomes one of those movies you always look to during the holidays to give you a feeling. Yeah.
Okay. Well, besides the movie and the album and the tour that you're on right now, what else can we expect from New James in upcoming months or next year?
Oh, man. Well, like I said, about to release two new videos. Oh God, featuring Hit Boy, and Strawberry Vapors. Both directed by Sarah McCogan. And just promoting myself, getting on the road, touching the people, and living life and having new experiences, and hopefully shooting more movies,